Hello, my name is David Soares. Welcome to the Shark Ocean Man channel. With this video, I want to talk about the latest game I've published, Space Paper. My main inspirations were Vampire Survivors and Asteroids. I wanted to make a bullet hell game. The thing that I wanted to add was multiple weapons that you could switch between, and I wanted to make it an auto shooter, since I don't think shooting or not shooting adds that much to the decision making process. Since in those type of games you usually don't have an ammo count or don't need to reload. That was my mission. The asteroid part that came out of me wanting to make something that was randomizable and that could create different situations for the player. So as we can see, enemies come out of every direction, and your objective is to keep the screen clear, so you don't have too many big enemies cornering you, and you don't have too many small enemies getting in your dead angles with your directional weapons, right? So about the features, we have we can control the volume, we can control the keybinds. The keybinds get saved. The game also saves your eye score. It doesn't have any progression whatsoever. That's something that I could add with an update. I want to eventually add like a way of you choosing your weapons, and probably get with your score you can convert some of that to a currency to probably get some new weapons to get and add some new enemies. That could also be something that's cool. Yeah, this game was mostly a prototype to test a lot of things, such as the art style and stuff, but that's all things that I can improve on with updates or in the next games. Especially, yeah, if I make an update for this game, I'll touch on the art style. I received a lot of feedback that's not readable enough, that's not distinguishable enough, the background from the foreground, and I wanted to have the background all clear, just a white paper, but I've received some poor feedback on that. I received some poor feedback on this one. So yeah, I have some ideas in how to improve it, and I'll probably make it if I ever get around to touching this project again. But for the time being, I want to move to other things, clear my mind from this, because I've not been going hardcore on it for the last month, but I want to do more different stuff, and that's the thing that I've been making a lot of big games that have not been getting finished, and that's not where I want to stay with my projects. I want to actually give things for people to play, and probably make things that I can sell. And I still think this project is a little bit too simple. I wanted to sell it. With selling it, I mean getting a paid wall on it, right? So you would go to my HIO page, you would pay like €3 or something, and you will get a game. Right now the game is free. You can play it on Windows or Linux. But yeah, that's also a feedback I received, that the game was too simple for selling it with a paywall. With it meaning that the people I showed it to were not interested in buying it if it was even a lower priced game, and I understand. So that's something that I want to take into my next projects, that making the presentation better, making the project more ambitious, so I can actually make some profit and profit fund my other games. That's the whole point of making smaller games, so I can keep making the big ones that I still want to make. I still, when I finish No Dead Ends with my team, I still want to finish No More Hope eventually one day when I get the funding for that, because I need an artist for that. I can do it all on my own. Expect more a lot of different projects on and smaller ones, and I'll post probably development about them if they're. This one was, I didn't make a devlog for this one. This would be like the devlog, but it's more of a discussion. Yeah, I'm going a bit rambly about what was my thought process like, and what was my missions, and did I accomplish it or not. Yeah, I think there were some things that I'm proud There are some things that I could have done better. But yeah, here's the project. Hope you all enjoy it. The idea for this art style came from, I wanted to test it in here, but I want to use it on a fighting game eventually. So this was a test. Learned a lot from it. I hope when that prototype of a fighting game comes out, I think it'll be better. Because I'll call it a prototype because the way that I'm managing my games right now is that I'm making smaller games and using the smaller pieces to make bigger ones. So now in my array of tools that I have in the Godot engine, after this project I have soundtracks ready, I have scores ready, I have saves ready, I have definitions ready, like settings, and that's all things that I can use into a bigger project. And then that was a success. I'm really proud of that. One thing that I wish that it was better was the user interfaces. I really love making user interfaces, but the tight schedule I put on myself was not enough to make the things that I wanted to make for it. I wanted to make the buttons also drawings, and that was not possible. I have some scrapped designs. That was not possible to add to the game in the final product. But that's something I can add in an update. So if you're interested in the title, play it. It's on itch.io. It's free. Install it in your PC. Then you can leave in the comments some suggestions, some feedbacks, and I'll think about them when I'm reiterating on this formula. If this game makes enough of a splash, I'll put on my backlog making the update. If not, I'll just leave it as a one-off game, and we'll move to bigger things. One thing that is not motivating me to do the more games like this is that a lot of people on my scene, on my indie gaming scene, from where I live, are already making a lot of games like this, like spaceship shooting and 2D. This type of genre is already being done a lot by indie developers in my zone, and I get why. It's an easy genre to iterate on. Yeah, so I want to leave my mark. I want to be disruptive. But yeah, but if there is a market for it, I'll update on it, and the update might be something that I could sell and leave this as a demo. I'm not thinking about this like I'm sounding a lot. I'm sounding like a capitalist right now, but I truly just want to fund my projects. I really would love to just make free games all my life, but we've got lights to pay, we've got mouths to feed. The way the world is, I know you all understand this. Okay, so yeah, leave something in the comments, some feedback and stuff, and I'll get back to you. I've been rambling for way too long. Nobody's gonna watch this.